Hello, hello. Dr. G just dropping in. Hey, listen, so I'm pretty excited. As most of you are probably aware that follow along, we recently dropped our ability to handle some life insurance. So I'm pleased to announce that we've had a series of folks do some recordings for us. So I'm going to move myself out of the way, and then I'm going to pop on them as a recording, so that way you can see the information, hear the information. You can pause, you can rewind, all that great stuff. Get back to me if you're interested. Love to talk to you more. I can answer any questions that you'd like. So give me a second here, and I'm just going to move myself out of the way.
All right, if you can see my screen, do me a favor and drop a one in the chat. I want to make sure that you can see my screen because you don't want to miss any of this valuable information. Awesome. So what I'm excited to share with you is our dynamic service that we just launched literally this week called Freedom Life. And if you're a life insurance professional, drop an L in the chat for me. I just want to see where all my life insurance professionals are, because you're going to truly wholeheartedly understand some of this information that we go through around the statistics. If you are expiring life insurance professional, you're going to also understand the importance and the need. And so we have 48% of Americans that do not have life insurance. Let me tell you, my 29-year-old son back in 2021, he would have been in this percentage, right? That means 100 million people don't have coverage. That means 100 million families on their worst day are going to be worried about trying to figure out finances, right? And we have to definitely be in position to help change the narrative around that. So why having life insurance is so important is because it definitely is income replacement, right? For the loved ones you have. So can you imagine maybe a single mom working out, a stay-at-home mom? I say a stay-at-home mom because I became a stay-at-home mom and when my son began having seizures, but a stay-at-home mom. And then you have the main breadwinner out there providing, and something happens. And then all of a sudden, all of the income goes away. Would you have anything in place, right? Do you know someone who right now is only surviving off one income, maybe with no insurance in place? And so they're not going to be able to replace that income. Debt and finance and final expense coverage. Listen, in burials, cremations are super expensive. I'm going to a service for my 28-year-old cousin tomorrow. No one knew that she was going to leave here so soon. But guess what? My family, extended family, now has to deal with the final expenses. So not having life insurance means those things can't get covered. Also, insurance is important because of the legacy and the wealth transfer, right? Being able to leave something behind for those that you truly love. And then business protection called Key Man Policies, if you've never heard of it. If you have a business partner or you're in business with someone else, if something would happen to either of you in an untimely situation or untimely event, you will want to make sure that the business can continue to thrive, be financially supported, and your business partner won't have to struggle about what to do, or vice versa. You don't want to have to struggle. What do we do in the case that my business partner is not here? And we need that, we need the income. And so you got business protection, that's key. The common barriers to owning life insurance come down to a few key things, and I can tell you that these are absolute myths that can be debunked. The perceived cost. It is perceived that life insurance is super, super expensive. Can I tell you it's super affordable? And if you start early, even with your children, it's even more affordable. I was just talking to my mom, and she had life insurance put on me when I was a baby. I don't think I was a year old yet. And I was looking at that policy with her. My premium for that policy that she took out many, many years ago, and I'm not going to tell you my age, but many, many years ago, she's only paying like $20 per quarter. Like, how inexpensive is that? And even if you're a little bit older and you need it now, trust me, it's affordable, because it's going to be more expensive not having it. Take it from someone that had to figure out how to cover final expenses out of our pocket in 2021. Also, just the lack of knowledge, right? Just the lack of knowledge is a common barrier. Sometimes when people don't understand, and I understand, right? I understand not understanding, you don't move. You don't take action because you're just not doing. Procrastination, thinking, oh, I'll have tomorrow. Let me tell you something. My 28-year-old cousin, we would have thought she had a lifetime to go, but she did not. So don't procrastinate. If you're sitting here or you know someone who's not covered, if you have children that's not covered, get them covered today. Do not delay. Health concerns or fear of denial is another common barrier. Just because you have high blood pressure or may have had a heart attack in the past or things like that, that doesn't mean you're automatically disqualified. So you want to not assume that you cannot afford or qualify for life insurance, and those that are around you sometimes they assume that, and then believing it's only for death. Let me tell you something. That is one of the reasons why I definitely got started in life insurance, because it was not about death. It was about retirement planning, and so that's a common barrier and a common myth that is out there about life insurance. And so it's not about only a death benefit. We have a way, and we'll show you how you can leverage life insurance so that it can be a living benefit as well. And so I want to introduce you to Freedom Life, our affordable coverage with flexible options, and we have fast approval. So this is truly not just a policy, right? You want to be able to secure your future today, secure your family futures today, and empower tomorrow. So I love life insurance professionals because we understand this wholeheartedly. And so you got Freedom Life, who right now we're revolutionizing the insurance industry, right? We're going to make this industry unrecognizable from the traditional way of doing things. It's unparalleled collaboration that brings fintech to life insurance. So what does that mean? That's technology coming together to now be able to offer life insurance faster, quicker across all 50 states, right? And we're 100% debt-free company, and we have our amazing co-founders and presidents over here on the left, Mr. Kevin Carroll, CEO and founder, Ryan Ragland, co-founder, and Mr. Chet Seeley, the president. And it's 100% debt-free company, privately owned. And let me tell you, we're on a mission, and we will accomplish this. And I do believe ahead of time, a mission to help 1 million families get covered, and there's so many families that we know of right now that need to just continue to add to what they already have. I talked to someone yesterday, and they said, you know what? I definitely need to add another policy, because as your life continues to change, you may find that I need more coverage, and it's okay. So this is why I'm excited, because with Freedom Life, we're going to definitely be able to help you get that coverage, and we're going to be able to help other people get coverage here. And so this company is backed by over 80 years of combined experience. Think about that. Let me tell you something. So this is a company, we know exactly what we're doing. So the protection you can count on, some of the 4 of the major carriers that we right now can contract with is North America, National Life Group, Mutual of Omaha, and F&G. And I'm sure these names of these carriers are no strangers to many of you. And so the different life insurance policies that we're going to be able to offer is everything from universal to whole life term, final expense, children's whole life. And so what I love when it comes to insurance is working with families to put in place what works with their budget now. So while you may have to start off maybe with a final expense for a term, doesn't mean you have to stay there. You can get the whole life insurance policies later. You can convert term policies into whole life insurance. You can use universal life policies, and I did this with my son, that allows him to be able to use this as a living benefit and a death benefit. He could borrow from it. It's going to pay him out retirement funding. He can borrow if he need to go to school, and it's going to be a death benefit. So let me tell you, there's power in policies. And when you talk about the transfer of wealth, when you talk about how the wealthy people got wealthy, life insurance is one of those key slices of the pie that allows many of the household names that we know to become super wealthy and be able to transfer that wealth on. And so, if you're looking at this and you need to get insurance or you need to get some more, we'll definitely be able to help you here. But hold on, because I want to talk to you about how you can position yourself as a broker, or if you're already a life insurance professional, how you can partner here with us to be able to, one, increase your income, two, be able to establish a team across the United States. And so that's why we have this map here of the United States. Many of our already very super successful brokers are positioned to go out and help in their communities, help people in their communities get the coverage and the protection that they need for themselves and for their families. I must caveat this first, right? With anything that you do, when I spent 26 years in corporate America, it took leadership, hard work, and dedication. Just like anything else that you're going to do, it's going to require that here as well. And so now that we have that out the way, I'm going to show you some money. Drop some money signs in the chat. So with Freedom Life, we got the fintech and insurance collide. Fintech truly is and has revolutionized the financial services industry. And I was in financial services for 26 years. So when I see this, I truly can relate and understand the impact fintech is making in terms of being able to get these services and get access to the underserved with lightning speed. And then also to put you in perspective with where we are with the global fintech market, it's projected to grow at 700 billion by 2030. So we're talking about 5 years. And so timing and positioning is key to success. So this is definitely driven by demand for easier, faster, more accessible financial solutions. I don't know about you. I don't know when the last time you may have been into a branch, but I probably would have to think back months and months and months. It's been a very, very long time. But guess what? I'm able still to carry out my financial transactions. I'm able to leverage the financial services products that I need. And so when you look at why now, why is it important to choose a career in insurance? It's because this career is recession proof. This is a recession resistant industry. What do I mean? No matter what's happening, everybody's going to still need life insurance, right? So it doesn't matter what's going on with the economy, we're still here. I think of recession proof industries like healthcare, unfortunately, like funeral homes, which, we work closely with, right? This is recession proof industry. Massive market demand. It's going to always be a demand here to make sure that as individuals are becoming of age, that they get their own insurance policies, or that as kids get 26 years old, most of the time they're going to age out of their parents' policy if they were covered under a child rider. So there's always going to be a demand. And this is a $1.4 trillion industry. You heard what I said, $1 trillion industry. So that should let you know, yes, this is definitely a career that you can plant your feet in and remain in, especially those who are aspiring life insurance professionals. So with Freedom Life, there are definitely some advantages. So how could an opportunity to earn more with right support change your future? With Freedom Life, this is number one, and I get excited about this. I was sharing this with someone earlier. Massive bonus potential from day one. So it's not like you have to write, thousands and thousands and thousands of policies or premiums before you're entitled to even receive a bonus. You're able to get a bonus day one with policy one that you write here with Freedom Life. No production thresholds for your team overrides. Whatever your team writes, you're going to be able to capitalize and receive that override. 50-state earning access. So what does that mean? Here in North Carolina, this is my resident state. I'm licensed in North Carolina. I don't have to go off and get non-resident license in other states just to be able to capitalize on what my team is actually producing, what my team is, the policies that they're writing all across the United States and Puerto Rico. There's no telemarketing or territory. Day one, you own your book of business, right? So we're non-captive here at Freedom Life. no waiting on your bonuses and annualization and renewals. You will continue to get, or what I like to say, your contract commissions. You continue to get them, right? And the renewals. So those are the advantages of how you can continue to capitalize and do what you love if you're already in life insurance already, but get paid more for what you do. And so Freedom Life I talked about, but what I love here with our Freedom Path platform in general, there are other financial services that you will have at your fingertips to be able to offer if you so choose. So Freedom Wealth we have, which helps people on the personal side, their consumer credit, helping people get estate planning in place, savings on travel. So just all those things, AI credit repair, all those things that consumer needs to make sure that the consumer's financial foundation is solid. But then we also have some services that we can support and offer to businesses. Our Freedom Business BCA, that's Business Credit Academy. As business owners looking to grow and scale their business, there's a need to make sure that their business credit is solid, or maybe they've worked on that and they want to get funding. They could go, and now you can offer both funding. You can offer a funding solution where we have over 177 lenders to be able to help businesses get the funding that they need to grow and scale their business. Freedom Trust is a standalone service that you could offer, especially as we're talking about life insurance. And as they get the protection in place that they need, now have they set it up to properly transfer it to the people that they love. That's where our Freedom Trust come into place. This is our estate planning service that we have. IV Club is coming. Rent reporting, being able to allow people who are maybe renting report the rental history on their credit to boost their credit. And then Bolt Payments is coming. It's a merchant payment processing. So these are services that we're able to offer consumers and businesses while we're also talking about life insurance. So you might be thinking, like, how easy is this to have this conversation? Like I was talking to a potential client yesterday, and he called me initially because he wanted funding for his business. So we started talking a little bit about his business and realized that, you're probably going to need a little bit of assistance with business credit. And then I just shared with him, also, I offer life insurance as well to be able to help you. And he said, great, because I'm going to need another policy. He realized I started a business. My life dynamics have changed a little bit. I need a little bit more coverage than what I had. So let me talk up to you about the 5 ways to get paid in your fintech business. Direct commissions. And this is, as I talked about all the other services, you get direct commissions. Of course, here for life insurance, you're going to get the commissionable revenue on term policies, residual commissions, life insurance renewals. That's the equivalent, right? So this is going to be based off your own effort. Customer activation bonus, leadership match bonus, infinity growth bonus. I'm going to go through those, but guess what? I hope you heard, if you hear as a life insurance professional, bonus, 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 you get access to these day one with getting started for Freedom Life. And so with your direct income and residuals, let's talk about it. Any of the services that you refer, and this is excluding life insurance, because I'm going to go through the next slide that specifically deals with life insurance, we're going to be able to earn 40% of the commissionable revenue. But that also means the next month and from then on, as long as that client continue to utilize the services, you now just put yourself in a position to capitalize on 30% residual monthly commissions earned every single month. And so let's talk about what this looks like for life insurance specifically. For life insurance specifically, the first way, of course, any direct policies that you actually write, right? You're now going to get anywhere between 25 and 65% of the contract level. So this is your commissionable amount. And then also from a advanced commission perspective, or like I say, advanced level, you're going to get anywhere from 50 to 95%. And so take a screenshot of this for any life insurance professionals, anyone that's looking at this and saying, you know what, I want to get started. This is how you're going to get that direct commission or your commissions on what you write, your contract levels, and then the advanced level, which is under this annualization, anywhere from 50 to 95. So now let's talk about these bonuses. So those two ways we talked about just previously, those are two ways that if you've been in insurance for a while and in this industry, we're accustomed to those. We're accustomed to those two streams of income. But let me talk to you about three more streams of income that you now can position yourself in by simply writing policies and joining the movement here with Freedom Life. So as a insurance policy, as you write insurance policy, you now have the ability to earn what we call our customer activation bonus. So what does that look like? So for our policies here, when you write a policy, let's say IUL, that's going to be worth 6 points. When you write an IUL, automatically writing a policy IUL, you now just open up where you're going to be able to qualify for a $200 customer activation bonus off of just that one policy. Just think about that for a moment. So let's talk about getting on up to 20 points, right? So you can find yourself anywhere in between. But what does it take to go ahead and secure $2,500 bonus on a weekly basis? Hear what I said, weekly, immediately when you get started. It's simply write 4 policies, maybe 2 IULs, and maybe you do 3 whole life adult policies. Or no, you can just do 2, I'm sorry. You can do 2 IULs and 2 adult whole life policies. That's going to be worth 20 points, 24 points actually. So 6 times 4. And that's going to now allow you to be able to capitalize on $2,500 weekly bonus. And that's in addition to what you're already getting in terms of the contract level, the commission, and as well as the advanced commission. This is in addition to. So let's talk about the next way you can cash in from a bonus perspective here with Freedom Life. Leveraging the broker model. This is where the team, of course, works together. If you're a life insurance broker, you are very knowledgeable of the broker model. What it means is the team work together. Everyone go out, write policies. Again, you're going to do it all across the United States, Puerto Rico. You as the broker have the opportunity now to earn 20% commission match on all the policies and the business that your team writes, down to the 10th level. So again, this is day one. This is a bonus that's paid out on a monthly basis. No matter, and so there's no limit. So your team go out, whatever your team produces, you're now going to be able to capitalize on the leadership match. And then the final way that you can get compensated here is making this the 5th way as a life insurance professional is our monthly Infinity Growth Bonus. So as your business grows, so does your income. So what does that look like? You and your team working together, going out, writing books of business, and listen, as soon as you and your team get to 150 points, you introduce this, got this all started, you now just qualify for a monthly Infinity Growth Bonus of $1,000 per month. And that's extra. Put extra in the chat for it. That's extra. So that's in addition to everything else that you have earned previously that I talked about. That means an extra $12,000. But what I would tell you, if you're looking at this and you look down the list, if you and your team produce 600 total points together, that's going to be an extra $4,000 for you on a monthly basis, $48,000. Or, find yourself anywhere in this bonus structure. 19,200 total points will yield $128,000 monthly bonus. $128,000 monthly bonus, and that equates to $1.5 million per year. And remind you, this is just one bonus, right? So I just walked through and showed you how you can position yourself here on this movement with Freedom Life to be able to cash in on 5 streams of income from writing insurance policy. And for insurance professionals, we do this anyway. But this is how you're going to be able to get to the money faster. So become an independent broker and life insurance agent here with Freedom Life. You're going to get all the tools, all the training and support that you need. You get your own custom branded website that you don't have to create, that's going to have all the information about Freedom Life and what you need. Comprehensive marketing system, so it'll continue to help you grow and scale your insurance business. For any of those that maybe need that supportive marketing system, it's here already. Virtual office to track your personal and team sales. And so it's simple. It's 3 simple, easy steps to success. Let people know what you do, direct them to your website, and help them get signed up for the product that they need. It's as simple truly as 1, 2, 3. Nothing complicated. So what does it take for you to get positioned today with Freedom Life? To be able to get positioned with Freedom Life today is only a $289 investment, $99 per month. Also, when you get positioned here, you also at this $289, you're going to be able to take advantage if you need some help on your personal consumer, pieces. You're going to be able to take advantage of all those services that I talked about. You're going to be able to now refer those services if you want to, but you're definitely going to be able to write insurance business and capitalize on those 3 bonus structures that you will have access to immediately. And so join our movement. As you look across, at this slide, these are all the powerhouse dynamic leaders all across the U.S. thus far that is continuing to help families protect themselves, protect those people that they love. And as I mentioned, this is also including Puerto Rico. And as you see, there's opportunity on this map. We won't stop until we have representation in all 50 states. I want to see your picture up here. I hope you can see your picture up here next. We want to say join our movement. And so that's the end of our presentation. I promised you that we wouldn't be long. And so what I want to do is just see if there are any questions that anybody has that I can answer for you before we get ready to head out. Otherwise, I'm going to let everybody go. Let me see. And Ms. Forty, I know you are on. If there are any questions that I don't see, to sign up for life. Okay, awesome. We'll make sure that you have that link to be able to sign up. So you get back and connect with the person that invited you here. You will be able to get signed up and on the waiting list. But when you get, if you're already a broker, you will already have access. The key to being able to capitalize on this life insurance service that we're now able to offer is you have to be a licensed life insurance professional. So you have to take a pre-licensing exam, which we know many people are already doing and have already done, and then pass your resident state test. So are there any other questions out there, Cordy, in the chat? If you have a question, please feel free to drop it in the chat or raise your virtual hand and we'll let you come off mute and you can feel free to ask your question.
I don't see any other questions.
Okay. No questions?
Shawana said no one invited me. I'm always on here.
Okay. All right. So Shawana, just connect with me and we'll figure out kind of where to align you. So just look me up on social media. You'll find me at Tangela Collins Myers, and just send me an inbox, a message, and then we'll get you connected in the right place. All right. Anyone else? If not, you all have enjoyed the rest of your afternoon and evening. But connect with the person that invited you, and let them know if you are ready to go ahead and join this movement. We are excited to have you, and I want to say congratulations in advance. And we will see you all soon. You all have a great afternoon. Take care.